submitting your statement, if at that point you hadn't been.
Okay, can I read this paragraph again? I'm sorry. Oh, I can't recall well.
All right, witness.
When I answered.
All right.
Yes.
Witness K, immediately beneath that last text, you will see the date of 11 May 2023. That's at the bottom of page 9.
Yes, I see it.
You send a message at 4:51 where you say, morning, okay. So you're responding to the message before. And
Yeah.
Officer Stolz then sends you a message later that evening, 1924, where she says, hi, Han, please read through and then let me know what changes you want me to make. Please turn over the page.
Okay.
You see that document copied
Yes, I
in the
see
body
it.
of page 10. What is that document? Do you recognize it?
Yes, it's the warning. It should be the warning statement.
And so by sending those two images of the warning statement to you, Officer Stolz is saying to you, please read through and let me know what changes you want me to make.
Yes, I can see that.
Witness K, if you turn over the page to page 11,
Yes, I'm there.
you see at the top of the page something is cut off, and it's a continuation, if you look, of the document at page 10.
Yes, I see.
You see that it's stamped 1924, so both the pictures there are stamped 1924.
Yes, I see.
At the top of page 11, at 1944, you respond to the warning statement and you say, hi, can't you say informer instead of JMPD officer? Are you there?
Yes.
Now that reference to JMPD officer is a reference to you. You've confirmed that earlier.
Yes. Yes,
So,
I did.
so now you are asking Officer Stolz to change the part of her warning statement where she mentions you, and you're saying instead of mentioning the officer, the JMPD officer. So you're proposing here, instead of saying JMPD officer, informer, say informer. And let me ask you, what's the reason for proposing that change? What is the motivation? Why did you want her to say informer as opposed to identifying the fact that there was a JMPD officer involved? Is it because
I was afraid to be.
Please continue.
Okay, I'm sorry. I meant to say I was afraid. I was afraid to be in trouble at work.
So
If he submits this as JMPD officer, it means that Makakula must come to our office and look for me.
And so you proposed this because you didn't want to be identified as a result of the warning statement by Officer Stolz.
Yes.
Can I then ask you to go to the message immediately below that? She says to you, in which part? 1944. She says to you, in which part? So just for context, the message before, you say, hi, can't you say informer instead of JMPD? And she then says to you, in which part? Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Do you see there's another message there that say we booked them at SAP 13? I'll come back to that message. Do you see the message immediately beneath that, where you say where you got the info from?
Yes.
Do you see that message? Now, do you see the top of the message where it says K Juju, and it highlights her question to you, in which part?
Yes, I see it.
And then your response is where you got the information from.
Yes.
So by asking Officer Stalls to change from JMPD to informer, it's because you didn't want it to be identified that she had gotten the information from you, the JMPD officer. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, Witness K, that's the first proposal you made to Officer Stalls. But if we just go back one line to the message at 1944, where you say, and we booked them at SAP 13. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Actually, I misread that. You say, and say, we booked them at SAP 13. But that can't be correct. Nothing was booked at SAP 13, is that right?
Yes.
And so you were proposing that Officer Stalls say that something was booked at SAP 13, knowing that it wasn't.
Yes.
Witness, can I ask you to go a little bit lower on the page where you say at 1945, let me finalize the Rosebank 13 tomorrow and book the stones, then we are sorted. You then say to her in the next line, please don't give now the statement till you get the SAP 13. Where was Officer Stalls supposed to get the SAP 13 from you? Where was she supposed to get the SAP from? Was she not supposed to get it from you, from a reading of that message?
Yeah, the way I wrote it,
Suggests.
it's so different to.
Please continue.
I'm saying the way I wrote it, it's so different to my thinking actually of how will I do this.
Let me ask it this way, Witness K. Witness K?
Yes, okay.
Let me ask the question this way. At 1945, you say, let me finalize the Rosebank 13 tomorrow. That is a reference to SAP 13, is it not?
Actually, it was for me to get the stones first, and then we can do anything after.
Indeed, but if we speak about the after, so if we leave the issue of the stones and we speak about the after, when you say, let me finalize the Rosebank 13 tomorrow, that has to be a reference to the SAP 13. So you're saying, let me finalize the SAP 13, and then in the next message you say to her, don't give the statement until you get the SAP 13. Is that a fair reading of your message there?
Yes, it is.
If I can then, let's move to the...
According to this, you are going to arrange the SAP 13, the Rosebank SAP 13. That's what this message says.
Yes, yeah. That's how I wrote it. Yes.
That's what you are communicating, or that's what this communicates. You were responsible to arrange the Rosebank SAP 13 and then to book the stones in. That's what you are conveying here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Witness K, still on page 11, the second last message from the bottom of the page. Officer Stoll says, I can't say an informant called me and I acted on their info, because remember, it's out of my area. But your statement can say that you got the info from an informant and you booked it into the SAP 13. You see that?
Yes, I do.
Is that a response to your question where you say, can't you say informant instead of JMPD officer? So Officer Stolz is replying to say, no, I can't, because in fact I was acting outside of my area. And you can say that you got the information.
Okay.
And the last text message on that page, you see there's a message there from you to her where you say, please don't give now the statement till you get SAP 13. and she responds to say, I have to hand in the statement at 10, otherwise Magagula is coming to arrest us.
Yes, I see that.
Thank you. Witness K, if you're now on page 12, the two of you continue to discuss the issue of the statement. Do you see the, can I draw your attention to the third last message from the bottom of the page? Third last message
Okay.
from Officer Stolz
Yes, I see it.
at 1950.
Okay.
She says to you, I'm sure that nothing will come from this if you can get through to whoever is the IPID investigator for Johannesburg. You then respond and you say, okay, we'll update you. Let me ask you, what did you understand her to mean when she says, I'm sure that nothing will come from this if you can get through to whoever is the IPID investigator? What does she mean by get through to the IPID investigator for Joburg?
I think, okay, we were supposed to get IPID people from Joburg side, because I think Makakula was coming from East Rand side. So if I had somebody in Joburg from IPID who can help us with this matter.
And help you how? So if Officer Stoll says nothing will come from this if you can get through to an IPID investigator, what did you understand that help to be? Making the case go away, or what kind of assistance?
Well, I can't remember well here what we really needed from the IPID guy, the one in Joburg.
Except to say that you were going to request them for help with the case. Is that right?
Oh, I can't remember.
Thank you, Witness K.
Can I suggest what it looks like? Witness K, it looks like you were being tasked to influence IPID or someone at IPID to get this case dropped or not going anywhere. That's what it looks like. And it is consistent with why you got the business card of Mr. Magagula and the earlier message where you were sent to find out whether if these officers resigned, that would make Magagula happy. So you were responsible to find someone that would corruptly bring this case to an end. That's what it looks like. In fact, in so many words. And I'm not quite convinced with your you don't remember. This was very important. You and these people were facing the possibility of arrest and prosecution, and you were clearly from these communications talking about how to squash this investigation, and therefore to bring any possible charges to naught. It can be that you don't remember what you were supposed to do with IPID. Maybe at the time you may not have known people in IPID, you didn't know who you would talk to, but what is clear from this communication is your task was, and what you were undertaking, was that you would speak to someone at IPID that would bring this investigation against you and therefore charges to an end. That's what it is. In your own words. Do you want to comment?
No, I'm saying it is true, Commissioner.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Mr. President.
Thank you, Commissioner. Witness K, we can then turn over to the next page, please, page 13. you will see there at page 13, there's a block at the top of the page that says 12th of May, 2023. That's the date on which the warning statements are due, is it not? Yes. And
Okay.
you see there, the first block is a message from yourself, and you say, "Good morning, just a thought." An informant doesn't have specific area where he or she gets information for issue. I think let's not point each other out, because it will result to case being more strong. Mine must state the ending of the stones. I can't say what happened as well, because fire will be out, hell will break loose. In the next paragraph, you say, I think state that information came from informant and a 299 was done. Don't mention being handed over to me. A lot will be mentioned later. As you say at the end of your statement, make it short for now. Sorry for the inconvenience. So this is you providing your views to Officer Stolz about what she should put into that statement. Is that right?
Yes.
And you are saying to her, let's not point each other out, i.e. you're saying to her that she mustn't identify you in the warning statement.
Yes, because I think from her statement, she mentioned that she gave the stones to me, something like that. So I didn't want her to mention that on her statement, because if she's stating that she gave the stones to me, I must also state at the end of the day that after receiving those stones, there was an exchange of money and she also benefited. So if she says this, I'll also say this to her. I'll also say this about her.
Took you to
So
the statement
rather,
earlier
she
of
mustn't
Officer
mention
Stolz.
me, because if she,
And
yes.
you notice that she didn't change the statement. There was a referral still in the statement to a JMPD officer. Did you see that?
Yes.
Hell will break loose. What do you mean by that? So when you, at the bottom of that first paragraph,
In her statement, she's not mentioning how many people were involved in this statement. She's not mentioning Mr. Mkwanazi. So if I had to write my own statement, I was going to be honest and mention all the people who were involved in this information.
and so
This,
please continue.
I'm saying that's what I meant, because with her, she's only mentioning me. She's not mentioning Mr. Mkwanazi. And I was not going to leave it like that. I was going to mention everyone who took part on that day.
Thank you, Witness K. If you just go further down that page, she responds to you at 4:46. She says, I will call you just now. Did you receive that call from her, either through WhatsApp or through other means? At the bottom of page 13, she highlights your message and she says, I will call you just now.
Yes, I see it, but I think it was still early in the morning. I doubt if she did
Call you. And
especially in these 8 hours.
early hours. And the message immediately beneath that, Officer Stoll says, have you not made any movement with Magagula? And she says, we have made plans to sort out the DPP that side when the case goes. With reference to the first part of that paragraph, where she says, have you made any movement with Magagula? She's obviously referring, as she did before, to whether you've managed to speak to him or reach him. Had you in fact made any movement with Magagula?
No, I didn't do anything.
At that point in time, which is May of 2023, had you ever spoken to Mr. Magagula? Had you met him at that point in time?
No, I didn't.
That last sentence where Officer Stoll says, we have made plans to sort out the DPP that side when the case goes. DPP can only be Director of Public Prosecutions, is that right?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. So what do you understand by the sentence, we have made plans to sort out the DPP that side when the case goes. What do you understand her to be meaning with that sentence?
To have their case taken out of the court roll.
Okay. And Witness K, according to you, who has the power to have a case taken off the court roll?
It's not the prosecutor. I'm not sure.
Thank you, Witness K. If you,
The investigating officer. It should be the investigating officer.
No, DPP is not the investigating officer. It's the public prosecutor. And what she's telling you is that they have made arrangements with a DPP this side. And I'm sure you will still get there. It is repeated further on. You don't ask who is the DPP. So I want to suggest to you that you knew and understood that she's telling you that they have someone in the office of the public prosecutor, that side, would be likely Johannesburg, but you understood what she's conveying to you. This you're now saying would be the investigator is not correct. It can be. You know DPP is the public prosecutor.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Ms. Mutlasili.
And in this case, you knew that the investigating officer was IPID. You knew it was Mr. Magagula. So they can be
Yes, I
referring
knew.
to they can be referring to another investigating officer.
Oh, okay.
And what do you mean
No, my
by,
apologies.
finish your sentence?
No, I'm saying my apology. It just said other messages I can't recall. I'm even checking the times, what time she sent it, what time did I reply, and yeah, sorry.
And what do you mean by okay in response to the question by Commissioner Baloyi? What does okay mean? I would have,
No, I'm saying
I would have understood if you said you agree.
Yes, I do agree when she says DPP, it is public prosecutor.
And also that you knew exactly what Ms. Stolz was talking about with regard to the DPP. Hence, you did not ask who that was. You agree with that as well?
No, I can't say I do. I do agree. Just that the time she sent it, and
But why?
my response late.
Why would you
I
not
don't
have?
know.
Why would you not have asked who she was talking about?
I'm checking the time she sent the message. It was 10 to 5, and I only came back to her 6:30 in the morning.
But when you came back to her, you were still responding to the last thing she had said, or not?
Maybe I was just responding so that I can just respond so that she mustn't say I'm ignoring her and all that. I didn't read that message with understanding.
You did not read that text, you say?
I did read, but not with understanding. I can't tell what happened that day because I'm just trying to remember.
This is hard to believe, Witness K. This is hard to believe. You can't